Welcome to online lecture series on microcontroller and embedded system. I am Dr. Singaravelan and today topic is Arduino programming on pulse width modulation. The lecture number is 41, course code is 19EEE44 and module is 5. Pulse width modulation generates an analog signal using a digital source. The two main components of the pulse width modulation is duty cycle and frequency. The pulse width modulation signals are used to control the industrial machines or domestic machines. This pulse width modulation will act as a control system and it is generating by the computer. So, if you want to control any appliances or any machines through computer, we need to generate some control signals. So, these control signals are usually transmitted through pulse width modulation. So, how to produce or generate the pulse width modulation using the Arduino, we are going to see today. So, in this lecture series, we are going to generate three type of pulse width modulations with different duty cycle with same time period. So, in this video, we are going to see what is time period and how this time period can be calculated if you want to generate a different signal in a single microcontroller, because if you want to generate a different signal in a single microcontroller, the time division need to be taken care, because the execution taking place in the microcontroller is stepwise. So, the time division also we need to take care if you are generating more than one pulse width modulation. So, in this demonstration we are going to see how we can able to produce three different pulse width modulation signals with same time period and different duty cycle. Usually for most of the power electronics converters or inverters, the frequency will be 50 Hz, because the AC supply which we are getting from the grid will have 50 Hz frequency in Indian system. So, here I am trying to generate a 50 Hz pulse width modulation with 25% duty cycle first signal, and second signal is 50% duty cycle, and third signal is 75%. So, three different signals, pulse width modulation signals we are going to generate with the time period of with the frequency of 50 Hz. So, what is 50 Hz is? So, if you are converting the frequency into time, you will get 20 millisecond is the time period. So, total time period per pulse for 360 degree is 20 millisecond. So, 20 millisecond means if you want to generate 50% duty cycle, then on time will be 10 millisecond and off time will be 10 millisecond. So, respectively we need to find the time for 25% duty cycle and 75% duty cycle also. So, if you are very clear about the time period, duty cycle and on time, off time, then it is good to go to program the pulse width modulation. Before starting program, always we need to have a clear idea about how the program should be. So, if you want to get a clear idea on your program, writing program for any project or any applications, so first you need to understand the clear execution process, how it is happening inside the program. So, here our aim is very simple. We need to generate three different pulse width modulations, which is having same time period but different duty cycles. So, for example, if you want to the first pulse width modulation is 50 Hz and 25% duty cycle, then the total time for that time period for that pulse width modulation is 20 millisecond. That is very easy. How we got this is just divide it by 1. So, 1 divided by 50 Hz is nothing but the total time period is 20 millisecond. Now, the question is, what is 25% duty cycle? Always this 25% duty cycle will indicate the on time. So, what is the 25% of this total time is 5 millisecond, means the 25% of this 20 millisecond is 5 millisecond. So, the on time should be 5 millisecond and remaining time of this total time period should be 15 millisecond. So, it is always we need to take care that the total time of that particular pulse width modulation for one complete cycle is 20 millisecond. So, the duty cycle will play in between this 20 milliseconds. So, here the 5 millisecond plus 15 millisecond will always be 20 millisecond. So this time, total time should not vary in any cycles. So for every cycles, the total time will total time is 20 millisecond. Then only we'll get a constant 50 hertz frequency of that pulse width modulation. So the sum of t on plus t off is the total time period. So what will happen for pulse width modulation 2 is, it is also again a 50 hertz frequency, and the duty cycle is 50%. So what is duty cycle again? The on time. So on time should be 50%. Sorry, it is wrongly written. So it is 10 millisecond on and 10 millisecond off. So then what will happen? The 50% of the total time will be in on and remaining 10 millisecond will be in the off. So obviously I will get a output of 50 millisecond 50% duty cycle of 50 hertz frequency. The third pulse is again 50 hertz and 75% duty cycle, means so 15 milliseconds should be on time and 5 milliseconds should be off time, because the 75% of 20 is 50 millisecond and remaining part will be in off. So if you following this sequence, we will get exactly same required duty cycles for 3 different signals. Let me check in hardware and programming part of this pulse width modulation 2, because it is very easy to generate 50% duty cycle. So I will start beginning from this. Later we will add one by one how we can generate in a single microcontroller, how we can able to generate 3 different pulses. We will go in stepwise manner. First, I will take a Arduino microcontroller in all, go to all and check for Arduino Uno. So I take an Arduino Uno and go to code, change to text mode. And here already some program is given here. Pin mode 13 is output and they are writing 13 high and low. This is a default program which is available in the Arduino. I am taking the same pin 13 as a output of first pulse width modulation. Second pulse width modulation. It is 50 hertz and 50% duty cycle. So what is 50 hertz is, on time should be 10 millisecond and off time should be 10 millisecond. So total time will be 20 milliseconds. So 50 hertz we achieved, and on time and off time are equally shared, so it is a 50% duty cycle. So how to achieve that? So here delay play an important role. What is delay is, so how much delay we need to stay with the high condition. So that is the delay, right? So I want to stay on for 10 millisecond and off for 10 millisecond on pin number 13, because I need the pulse width modulation 2 at pin number 13. So it is already output, we have declared as output. Just I want to change this delay as 10 millisecond and here again 10 millisecond. So what happened here is, the pin number 13 giving high pulse for 10 millisecond and after 10 millisecond it is low for again 10 millisecond and it is going on loop. So the total time period of this output will be 20 millisecond, and because of 20 millisecond my frequency is 50 hertz, and also equally shared, the on time and off time are equally shared. Because of that it is definitely a 50% duty cycle, right? So how to check this in output? Okay, I'm closing, I'm hiding this code and I'm trying to see the output at 13 using an oscilloscope. So I'm taking an oscilloscope here, little zoom, I will do a little zoom here. So now my output will generate at pin number 13. So I want to connect this 13 in positive and ground to ground. So I have connected an oscilloscope to check the waveform at the pin number 13. So I connected a oscilloscope. I'm just running this program. Let's see what is happening. So it is going very fast. So I want to change the time, because the total time is 20 millisecond. Here the time period per division is 100. So I want to reduce it to 10. So now we can able to see the total time per division is 10. We already set in the oscilloscope. So total time is taking us 20 milliseconds. So definitely the on time plus off time. This is on time and this is off time, taking 20 millisecond. So obviously my frequency is 50 hertz, and also exactly at 10 millisecond it is turning off, and again after 10 millisecond is turning on. So definitely it is a 50% duty cycle. Now I need at pin number 12 of 25% duty cycle, and at pin number 11 I need 75% duty cycle. So how we can able to do it? Before going to code, I will connect a oscilloscope, two more oscilloscope to check the output at pin number 12 and 11. Okay, just I am taking two more oscilloscopes and connecting respectively. So this positive to 12 and this positive to 11. So I have connected the positives, and the ground can be connected respectively. So I have connected 3 oscilloscopes at 3 different pins, and now I am going to check my code. Now my aim is pin number 12 and 11 is also output. Just I am going to copy this code and I am going to paste it 2 times and changing this 13 to 12 and changing this 13 to 11. So my pin number 13, 12 and 11, all these 3 pins are output, and here I want to play accordingly my logic. So what is my logic is, at pin number 12 I need to get, so just writing a command here, so that it is 25% duty cycle, and here it is already 50% is wrote, 50%, and here it is 75%. So if you want to write a code for this, we can't able to just like that write in upcoming codes. We can't able to start from code number 13 or 14, because already in void loop already 20 millisecond has been utilized. So during this 20 millisecond we have not declared anything. So what we need to do is we need to still more divide the time period, so that we are getting more pulse width modulation. So how to do it? Before starting this program, we just see a glance of how we are going to program this. So what I did is I splitted the total time period of 20 millisecond into 4 divisions. For example, this is first 5 minute and second 5 minute, third 5 minute and fourth 5 minute. So total we will get 20 millisecond. At any point the total time period is 20 millisecond. Now the question is how the duty cycle will vary. So during first 5 millisecond what should happen, and during second and third, fourth respectively what should happen is the question. So at pin number 12 I need a duty cycle of 25%. So 25% means for the entire 20 millisecond the pin number 12 should on for 5 millisecond only. So what will happen? So this should on. So first 5 minutes it is on. So later on all remaining 15 minutes it should off. So remaining 15 minutes is off. So off, off, off. So first pin, what should happen in the first pin I have declared, and 13th pin, first 5 minutes, that is total 10 minutes should on and remaining 10 minutes should off. So 13th pin should on for first 2 and second 2 should off. And what about this third one, pin number 11 should on for first 15 minutes and rest of the 5 minutes should off. So what I'm doing is on, and this is off. So have a clear idea about at 4 different 5 minutes what should happen. So if I call the first 5 minutes delay, 5 millisecond delay, sorry I have said minutes, it is not minute, it is a millisecond. For first 5 millisecond my pin number 12, 13, 14 all 3 should on. So after that I am changing, pin number 12 should off and 13 and 11 should on, and I am calling a delay for 5 millisecond. Then for next 5 millisecond I am calling off, on for 12, 13, 11 respectively, and next 5 millisecond all 3 are off. So if you are writing program like this, then definitely I will get a pulse width modulation of 25% duty cycle and 50 Hz frequency at pin number 12, and 50% duty cycle, 50 Hz frequency at pin number 13, and 75% duty cycle and 50 Hz frequency at pin number 11. So like this, for programming any project or any applications, you need to plan very clearly so that the program will be easy. So because of this planning, it is very simple to write the program. Let me see how to write the program. So what is the aim is, we need to program this table column, right? So I want to at every delay for 5 millisecond, I want to write 3 digital writes. So I am just copying this digital write for 2 more times. So one is for pin number 12, and one more is for 13, and one more is for 11, right? So again a delay of 5 milliseconds, for because I have splitted the total time period of 20 milliseconds into 5 milliseconds. So I want to call 4 times the delay of 5 milliseconds to get the 50 Hz frequency, right? So I'm going to just delete this and just copy and paste it for 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 more times only. So I'm going to delete the one more extra. So now we have a total time period of 20 milliseconds, because 5 milliseconds, 5 plus 5, 10, 15 and 20 milliseconds. So what should happen inside the pulses we are going to see? First 5 milliseconds, all 3 are high. Okay, this is okay, no problem. And second 5 millisecond, only pin number 12 should off and remaining 2 should be on. So what I am going to do is low, done low. Then here 12 and 13 are low and 11 is on. So I am going to make this as low, and low. And in fourth 5 milliseconds, so all the 3 are low. So just convert to all 3 are low. So now what happened is, so I have programmed as per the truth table I have created in here as per the planning design. So the program is done. Now at output pin 13, 12 and 11 I will get a pulse width modulation accordingly. So I'm just going to maximize this to see the output. Okay, so I will close the code and let's check, let's change the time period here also. So 10 millisecond per division I am giving for these 2 more oscilloscopes also. So it will be evenly, we can see. So just start the program. Okay, yes. Now see, at pin number 13 I am getting total per the time division it is 10 milliseconds, so totally 20 milliseconds. So it is obviously 50 millisecond, 50 Hz frequency, and exactly at 10 millisecond it is turning off. So this is 50% duty cycle, and in second it is turning off at 5 milliseconds. So and the total time period is taking for 20 milliseconds. So it is a 50 Hz frequency with 25% duty cycle. And see here, it is turning off exactly at the 15 millisecond, and total time period is 20 milliseconds. So definitely it is a 50 Hz and 75% duty cycle. So by this way we can able to generate the different pulse width modulations or different pulse width signals in a single microcontroller. Only thing we need to take care is about the planning of your pulses. So like this we can able to plan before starting, because all the power electronics switches needed with respect to different switches. For example, in a single circuit you may need to produce 3 different pulses in 3-phase inverter, or 2 different pulses in H-bridge converter, controlled converter. So by this way, if you are programming, you will get exactly the same pulses. What pulses you are expecting, the same output you will get in the Arduino. So in this video we have learned about the basic concept of pulse width modulation, duty cycle, time period, and how to generate a pulse width modulation for a single wave or any number of waves, and the time division calculations, and the programming technique. All these things we have covered in this video lecture. Have a nice day.